Hello everyone, this is Shanko, and in this video I'm going to talk about typecasting in Java. So let's take a look at an example. So let's say we have this animal class, and that animal class is extended by dog and cat classes, and then dog is again extended by German Shepherd and Bulldog, and then we have two types of cat. So cat class is extended by Persian cat and Siberian cat. So I have already created a project and I've named it typecasting. And then we have this animal class. It's a simple class, it has nothing inside it. And then we have this class dog, which extends animal. And then we have cat. Cat also extends animal. And then we have bulldog, which extends dog. And we have German Shepherd, which extends dog again. And then we have Persian cat, which extends cat. And then we have Siberian cat, which extends cat. So let's first take a look at the concepts surrounding this typecasting in Java. So first point is, when does the compiler ask us to typecast an object? So casting is needed when a type higher in the hierarchy is assigned to a type lower in the hierarchy, or when any object higher in the hierarchy is directly assigned to a lower type lower in the hierarchy. So let's take a look at the first line and try to understand it with a code example. So it says that casting is needed when a type higher in the hierarchy is assigned to a type lower in the hierarchy. So let's go to our test class. I'll close all these and have this test class. So what does it say? What does the point say? First point, it says casting is needed when a type higher in the hierarchy. So let's create a type which is highest in the hierarchy. Say animal. Animal is the highest in the hierarchy. So I'm creating a type which is of type animal. Animal, say animal equals to new, say animal, right? So let's go back to the point. It's, what does it say? Casting is needed when a type higher in the hierarchy. So we have already created a type which is higher in the hierarchy. Okay, so let's take a look at what the first point says. It says that the casting is needed when a type higher in the hierarchy is assigned to a type lower in the hierarchy. So we have created a type which is the highest in the hierarchy in this example. So animal is the highest type in this hierarchy, and let's create a type which is lower than animal. So let's create, say dog. I say dog equals to, and let's try to assign this type which is of type animal to dog and let's see what happens. I say animal. So in this case the compiler will ask me to typecast. If I put my pointer here, it says type mismatch, cannot convert from animal to dog, and quick fix says add cast to dog. So let me click on this. So this is what the first point says. It says casting is needed when a type higher in the hierarchy. So animal is a type of this variable animal. It is higher in hierarchy than dog, and we are trying to assign this type which is of animal to dog, this type. So for that we have to typecast. We have to provide a cast to this type, and we have to cast it to dog. What else does it say? What is the next line? Or when any object higher in the hierarchy is directly assigned to a type lower in the hierarchy. So let's see what that means. So this is a type which is lower. I said dog1 equals to, what does it say? When any object higher in the hierarchy is directly assigned. So animal is higher than dog, we directly assign this. So when an object higher in the hierarchy is directly assigned to a type lower in the hierarchy. So this is a type which is lower in the hierarchy than the object that we are directly assigning to the type. So again, it asks us to typecast. Okay, so these are the two cases when the compiler would ask us to typecast an object. And what are the next points? So let's go to the next point. What is upcasting? Is it allowed in Java? Casting an object lower in the hierarchy to a type higher in the hierarchy is called upcasting. So here the object is of animal, and we are trying to typecast this object to dog. So animal is higher in the hierarchy than dog. And what is the point? Casting an object lower in the hierarchy to a type higher in the hierarchy is called upcasting. So we are just doing the reverse here. We are just doing the reverse. This is of type animal. The object is of type animal, and we are trying to cast it to type dog. So we are trying to cast an object to a type which is lower in the hierarchy. So that is exactly opposite of what is given here. So let's try to do what we have there. So I say animal, say animal1 equals to new dog, right? Or rather, let me do new German Shepherd. All right, and then let me say dog, say dog2 equals animal1. So what are we doing here? This type is higher in the hierarchy than this type, and we are trying to assign a type which is higher in the hierarchy to a type which is lower in the hierarchy. So again, let's go back to this point. Casting is needed when a type higher in the hierarchy is assigned to a type lower in the hierarchy. So that is exactly what we are trying to do here. So the compiler would ask us to cast this to dog. Now let's get back to point 2. So it says casting an object lower in the hierarchy to a type higher in the hierarchy. So the object is of German Shepherd, which is lower than dog, and dog is the type here. Dog is the type here. So we are trying to cast this object of German Shepherd to a type dog. So we are trying to cast an object which is lower in the hierarchy to a type which is higher in the hierarchy. So this is upcasting, and this is allowed in Java. So I'll just say allowed, right? And what's the next point? What's the next line? It is allowed in Java. Casting an object to the same type is also allowed. So let's see this. So let's say dog3 equals, say or rather let's say animal dog3, or rather animal2 equals to new dog, right? And then let's say dog3 equals animal2. So again, here the type is animal, and we are trying to assign it to dog. So the compiler, again, because this is from a higher type, a type which is higher in the hierarchy, we are trying to assign that type to a type which is lower in the hierarchy. So the compiler would again ask us to cast this object. Now see what is happening here. The object is of dog, and we are casting it to dog. So it is the same level casting. We are not casting it to any object. We are not casting the object to any type which is higher or lower. It is at the same level, because this object is of type dog, and we are again casting it to dog. So this is again allowed. and this is upcasting. Upcasting basically means going up. So the object is being casted to a type which is higher in the hierarchy. So German Shepherd is below dog. So we have an object of German Shepherd and we are trying to cast it to a type dog. So we are trying to go up. We are trying to cast an object to a type which is higher in the hierarchy than that particular object. So that is upcasting, and that is allowed in Java. And what is downcasting? Is downcasting allowed in Java? Casting an object higher in the hierarchy to a type lower in the hierarchy. So we already have one such thing. This object is higher in the hierarchy and we are trying to cast it to a type which is lower in the hierarchy. So this is called downcasting and this is not allowed, right? So what does it say? Dog 1 equals to new animal. Alright, so let's run this. Okay, so we get an error. What is the error? So the error says exception in thread main java.lang.class cast exception com.casting example.animal cannot be cast to com.casting example.dog. So we have an error on line number 9. So this is not allowed because we are trying to downcast and downcasting is not allowed in Java. So let me just reiterate what we did here. So this is a type, or this is an object which is higher in the hierarchy and we are trying to cast it to a type which is lower in the hierarchy. So we are trying to downcast the object. So this is not allowed. So let me comment this out and run this piece of code again. Okay, we get another exception in thread main. So this time we have exception at line number 11. So again, what we are trying to do is the object is of animal. Same thing that we did here. We are just doing it in one line. The object is of animal and we are trying to cast it to dog. So the object is higher in the hierarchy and we are trying to cast it to a type which is lower in the hierarchy. So this is again not allowed. So let me just comment this out. Let's run this again. So this time we don't get any error because upcasting is allowed and this is obviously allowed. And let's take a look at something else. What if we are trying to assign a type which is lower in the hierarchy to a type which is higher in the hierarchy? So say we have a type which is dog and let me call it dog4 equals to new dog, right? And then we create another type which is of animal, say animal3 equals dog4. What do we get now? We don't need any typecasting here because typecasting is needed only when we are when a type which is higher in the hierarchy is assigned to a type which is lower in the hierarchy. So here we are assigning a type which is lower in the hierarchy to a type which is higher in the hierarchy. So we don't need any casting here. We need casting only when a type which is higher in the hierarchy is assigned to a type which is lower in the hierarchy. At that time we need casting. But when you are assigning a type which is lower in the hierarchy to a type which is higher in the hierarchy, we don't need any casting. The compiler won't ask us to cast the object. So that is all about type casting in Java. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did enjoy, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.